Today we're gonna talk about switch riding because it's not only a freestyle technique, but it's also something which is super important for free riders. Let's see a few case scenarios where switch riding is super helpful in free riding. Like, first of all, imagine you're in a steep section with rocks everywhere. Sometimes making a turn in that spot will be difficult and you need to go kind of switch to go through that section instead of risking the whole jump, the whole turn. Traversing on the hillside, it can be very painful, especially if it's a long one and depending on the snow conditions. And very often you're gonna have a lot more grip with your toe side edge, but your toe side edge might require you to be riding switch. In my case, I tend to ride with a lot of my weight on my back foot, and that puts always a lot of pressure on my back knee. And for me, riding switch is really the secret to relieve that pressure and the tension on my back knee. Whenever you're going to practice riding switch, it will really give a way more three-dimensional control of your board, and you're going to see that it will allow you to recover mistakes, to feel more balanced, to understand better your technique, to feel better your snowboard, and you're going to feel a major difference. So first, the boards. Of course, if you're free riding, your board is definitely not a twin tip board, so you're gonna feel a bit of the difference. Whenever you go switch, the board is a lot more reactive and it can be a bit more tricky, but it still works great. And that's the same for the angle. Like, if you're riding a lot of park, you probably ride duck stance, but if not, you might be comfortable with a 0 degrees on the back foot, 20 degrees, that's what I have. You know, the way that I feel, my priority is free riding, so I try to keep the same angles and the same setup all the time. Think of the normal way you stand on your snowboard. So knees slightly bent, body upright, upper body a tiny bit opened. And you're gonna have to switch that and mirror that. So the first thing is the weight. So take the weight from your back foot and bring it into your new back foot, and then open a bit the chest to kind of switch that. As soon as you have a little cat track or traverse or a pretty boring section in two slopes in between two runs, just go and ride switch. Like, maybe you could force yourself once a day to ride one full slope riding switch. Maybe sometimes you could ride the chairlift or the Poma riding switch. One thing which I find really helps is to practice 360s on the slope. One way, the other, starting from a switch position, starting from normal. All of these things make you really understand how to control your board. And voila, you know everything about switch riding. It's not rocket science, but please take it as a big part of your riding and try to force yourself to practice and practice, find your own rhythm, be playful with it, and you're gonna see that it's gonna give you some new sensations under your feet and it's gonna make you a lot more stable and a lot more confident.